What's good, fam? This your main man, KCFL King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, here to give you my thoughts about Dynamite and my predictions on who I think is going over at Revolution. Now, personally, I thought they did a solid job. They did whatever they had to do to get people somewhat more excited going into Revolution. Obviously, we got about 9+ matches. You already know the pre-show. Look, I told you if it was up to me, genuinely speaking, if it was up to me, I'm only doing the matches that are important. Whatever the most important storylines are going on the show, that's what I'm doing. I ain't doing 15 nope, I ain't doing all that. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We opened the show, got the contract signing. Now MJF was standing outside waiting on Hangman, talking bull jab like he always do, just be bull jabbing and everything. Talking about, I'm gonna be out here waiting on this fool to pull up if he ain't no coward. So then they go to the ring, and Tony Schiavone is standing in that ring, and he is about to do this contract signing to determine who will become the #1 contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. We get Ricochet coming out, and fans are going nuts, booing the mess out of him. He got that Eagles hat on because, he was representative of the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a Phillies fan. So they was booing him. Swerve come out. Prince Nana come out. And as they sit down, you got Ricochet over here just running off at the mouth, talking bull jive. Swerve just said, just sign the dang contract, man. Ain't nobody trying to hit you over here trying to cut a promo. Sit on down somewhere. And he just rambling, talk about he gonna beat the brakes off him and all this stuff. And then all Swerve had to say when he signed the contract is, I'll see your wife tonight or something like that. That's all he had to do. And everybody knew exactly who he was talking about. We talking about Samantha. That was the line of the whole promo, truth be told. That right there, shut that man up. They signed the contract, and Ricochet pulled out that doggone scissors that he had bust them open with. But Swerve was prepared. He pulled them and popped them in the head with the scissors. So later on, the main event, we was going to get a preview of what we're getting at the pay-per-view, which I kind of don't like. I don't really like cats wrestling each other before the pay-per-view. But that's what Tony Khan decided to do. Gave us the tag team match. Ricochet and Okada versus Brody King and Swerve later on in the main event, because obviously Okada and Brody King are going at it for the Triple Crown Championship. Next, we got a multi-man tag team match, the Congregation versus Don Callis Squad, and with Brian Keith. And Don Callis Squad, they lost, but Will Ospreay got beat down. Kyle Fletcher came out there right afterwards, basically to do the easy work, because his squad members did all the work. They did all the heavy lifting, lifting, and basically beat him down, left them for dead. You know what I'm saying? Steel cage match: Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. I'm going Will Ospreay to defeat Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage. Triple Crown Championship. Now, Okada he's had this championship for over a year now. Now, Brody King, is it possible that Tony Khan pulls the trigger and lets Brody King get the job done? Based off of the main event, I told my guy, I gave him who I was going with to win. I think I'm gonna go with Okada to retain. I switched it. I had Brody Lee getting it done, but I think Okada's gonna hold on to that thing till we get to all in. So I'm gonna go with Brody King to get defeated by Okada, even though Okada and them won the main event with Ricochet. I'm gonna go with Okada to retain the Triple Crown Championship. Obviously, we know Mercedes is not losing. The question we're gonna have to ask ourselves is, who the clown are they gonna build up to take down Mercedes? I told you it should be Harley Cameron. Sorry about that. It should be Harley Cameron. I would do that. I would probably set that up at Dynasty. I would probably run it back. I probably would do, because she's going against this Japanese young lady named Momo, I think that's her name. But Mercedes is retaining. We got a video package of the Outrunners going nuts, just basically doing their gimmick, where the videotape was from quote-unquote 1987. They getting their workout on because they going against Hurt Syndicate. I'm going with Hurt Syndicate to retain those tag team titles. It's going to be a good matchup because obviously, you know, they're not winning the titles right now, but they're being built up as potential cats to take down Hurt Syndicate when that time calls for it. But I'm going with Bobby and Shelton Benjamin to retain the AEW Tag Team Championships at Revolution. Next, I believe we got another tag team match. I think the women's. We got Megan and Penelope versus Chris and Thunder Rosa. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dozed off right here. I don't know where they're going with this. I really don't. I'm not sure exactly where they're going, but I think Megan and them won clean, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I don't know what TK and them is doing with that. I don't know. What else happened of the? Oh, MJF was standing out there, and Renee pulled up out of nowhere, and he just rambling once again, calling Hangman a coward. Talk about he ain't pulling up. Next thing you know, Hangman was driving up, ready to run that man over. So he chased that man. He chased him all the way to the ring, and then it was a dude he ran into. The cat was basically an MJF stunt double. The boy looked exactly like MJF. He's talking about, it ain't me. I was put up to it. The boy looked just like MJ. Whoever they found that looked like MJF, they did a good job, because the man he dressed like him. He looked just like him. I said that's a great job. Great job. So they get to the ring. They squabbling. They talking bull jive about one another. And then, as usual, MJF tries to beat the brakes off of him. So then here come all the security. All the security coming out of nowhere. And MJF literally tried to light that man on fire. He tried to burn that man alive. I said, man, MJF is one crazy clown. Crazy as a Betsy-bug, ladies and gentlemen. The boy is insane. But he wasn't able to do it. So, I'm going Hangman to take down MJF, ladies and gentlemen. I am going with it. MJF doesn't need this. MJF has been winning like a crazy person. But I'm going with Hangman to defeat MJF. That's what I'm going with. What other? Oh, we got a video package about Kenny Omega and Takeshita, about their feud and what they've been doing, and how Takeshita has dominated this run. He has dominated. A lot of people were crying about Takeshita being pushed. They was like, man, when is Takeshita gonna get a job? When he gonna get pushed? When he gonna get pushed? He has looked when it comes to titles, I think the International Championship stands out of all the titles in AEW right now, outside of Tony Storm winning back the AEW Women's Championship. The International Championship seems to be the one title that stands out of all of them, and Takeshita has had a dominant run. Kenny Omega has not defeated this man ever since back in the day, because Takeshita was his young guy. He had came under his leadership. He was teaching him. He was the tutor to him. Kenny Omega gets the job done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going with Kenny Omega to become your new international champion. Matchup is going to be good. I can't wait. It's going to be off the chain. I'm going with Kenny Omega to get the job done. I could be wrong with two left shoes, but that's what I'm going with. Back to Swerve and Ricochet, because they lost the matchup. Swerve is about to become your number one contender, ladies and gentlemen. He is going back to the top. He is going back to the top of the AEW title hunt, and I can't wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. Max Caster, once again, jobbed out. He got jobbed out by Jay White, and then Jay White hops on the mic and said he has been doing everything in his power to take down the Death Riders. And the Death Riders are going down. Adam Cope will become your next AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and I will make sure that happens. Jay White is going to play a key pivotal role in everything that transpired in the main event. When I get there, I will talk about that situation. We had an excellent sit down between Tony and Mariah May and Renee. That was one great sit down. They have been doing everything in their power to get people invested in this situation. Mariah May has completely lost it because she lost her championship. She just feels like she doesn't even belong, but she is going to defeat, quote unquote, Toni Storm. No, she won't. Toni Storm is retaining that championship, ladies and gentlemen. Them two are about to beat the brakes off each other. Look, that was a beautiful sit down. I said, TK, man, we need more of this. This is what we need. We need so much more of this to get people fully invested in what you're doing. I don't care too much about the young man, dude and his dad. I know they're a huge promotional machine. I forgot their name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But TK have them on all the time. I'm like, it is what it is on that. And I think it's time to talk about the main event. Colt Mox. Now, Adam went against Yuta, and he beat him. He shook that man's hand, he got on the mic, and he said, now this is what you call respect. In other words, what you're doing, being a pawn to the Death Riders, is not what's best for business. After that, Mox came out of nowhere and got in his face and told him, what the clown are you doing? You don't go out like that. You don't go out looking like a straight punk. That's pretty much what he said. Yuta is going to be the reason why I think Moxley does not walk out of AEW with the World Championship. Now, back to Jay White. I think the moment Moxley loses that AEW World Championship, I believe Jay White is going to turn on Adam Copeland. And he's going to lay that man out. And he's laid out. He's vulnerable. Nobody heard a word. We ain't seen the man. We didn't see nothing. We ain't see nobody from Christian Squad. No, nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Cage is going to come out of nowhere. He's going to do his move. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get our first cash in right away. Y'all remember what Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, did back in the day at Fruity Pebbles and New Year's Resolution? Same doggone name. Guess what? He's cashed in. Christian Cage will become your next AEW World Champion. I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen. I am here for it. I can't wait. When it goes down, your man is going to be right here ready to talk about it. It's going down. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. I'm trying to see, is there anything else I need to speak on concerning AEW? I believe I went over every matchup. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan going to throw some bull jive on the doggone pre-show. But I don't give a dang about that. I just told you about the 9 matches that's on the main card. We in for a show. I'm praying the show is great. Like I said, we had a great show with Chamber. Now I need a great show with Revolution. And Revolution begins the story arc heading into freaking All In. Revolution is the start of the All In build-up. We got Dynasty right after that. So we got Dynasty, Double or Nothing, and then after Double or Nothing, All In. That's what Revolution should be the focal point. We're heading into All In season. Revolution kicks off the beginning of All In season. That should be Tony Khan's number one mindset going into this pay-per-view. How do I transition from this going to freaking All In? All In is in July. So I got 3.5 months to build up going to freaking All In. That should be his number one focal point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got word on the street. Fruity Pebbles is about to go completely bald head for this doggone hill run. Got it from WrestleVotes. I believe that's the ones who posted. WrestleVotes said Fruity Pebbles is getting ready to go full-fledged bald head. I remember them old school prom pictures he had where he ain't had no hair. I said, well, ladies and gentlemen, if he about to do that, that's what, just go and look at it. Type in John Cena's prom picture and he ain't had no hair. That's exactly what we about to witness, according to WrestleVotes. I just wanted to put that out there. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I just said what I had to say. Like I said, I thought it was a decent go-home show. Like I said, Ricochet and Okada won the main event. which pretty much lets you know that Swerve is definitely about to become the #1 contender. And so Adam Copeland go get the job done just to hand that thing over to Christian Cage. I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And I will do my best to get the review out on Monday, because obviously we know the show gonna end super late. TK, you already know how the stuff works. I ain't gotta tell you how AEW production is, an AEW pay-per-view. I ain't gotta tell y'all that, but y'all already know how the game works. I'll holler at y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.